Thank you very much for the invitation. It's a great honor for me to be here in India. It's overwhelming for me. So to be in the biggest democracy of the world. So I want to speak about open education and ask, maybe afterwards we can discuss about it. Is it revolution or is it just an evolution? And I just want to start with short overview. So I will start with paradigm shift, open education, open access, free internet access, and I will finish with open education policy. So paradigm shift. The paradigm shift, if you look, is it's about openness. So openness has become a main issue for all of us. So what means openness? And if you look to different kind of definition, this is one which is provided by Open Knowledge Foundation. Open Knowledge Foundation was founded in UK. And they deal with open data, open policies, open education, and all these things. And the key features of openness are availability and access. So access, availability and access of data, of information, of knowledge, and not just that you have the availability to access it, but also that you can reuse it and that you can redistribute it. And you means every one of us is able to do that. So not a company can do that, a single person, a civil society organization, and this changes the world dramatically. If you look to a very nice sentence, maybe some of you know this sentence because this is from the open source movement 20 years ago. And it's a very nice sentence. Nobody owns it. Everybody uses it, and anybody can improve it. And this is the complete opposite of the industrial revolution or of the industrial age, which is just finished. Because in the industrial age, we always try to protect knowledge, to protect knowledge, because it was usually produced by companies. And nowadays, knowledge is produced by people for people. And this is changing everything. It has started with open source. It has continued with Wikipedia, because in Wikipedia we have the same problem which we also had in the open source movement. Because if you share the code, you also need a legal framework for that. And people in the audience who know open source, they know it was solved with the GNU license. And in the field of, so if you share code, then you use the GNU license. But what do you do if you share information content? And therefore it was developed Creative Commons license system. So people all over the world know when I see there's a CC that I can use the content, and with the help of 3 or 4 pictograms, very easily I get an overview how can I use this kind of content. So I can reuse it, I can mix it with other content streams, and that offers us big opportunities for the whole society worldwide. So that continued the movement to other domains like OpenStreetMap and so on. And if we summarize the values of these open movements, then you see openness is also for transparency and accountability. If you look to a Wikipedia article, you exactly see who has written the article, what has been changed over the last 10 years in the article. So we have a very clear overview about the accountability and transparency through openness. So it's not just only that the content is available, but we also see who provided the content and who worked with the content. Sharing has become one of the main issues in our new digital age society. Sharing of data, content, code, and so on, and the reuse of these shared content. And it's about collaboration. So we work together. It's just not about sharing; it's also to work together on this kind of content. Just imagine again, open source and Wikipedia. So the question is, if we can use that for open source, and if we can use that for Wikipedia, how can we use it for open education? And this is from Spark Society. That's an American society. And again, you see the terms are very similar. It's about retaining, reusing the content, revising the content, remixing, and redistribution again. So if I'm a provider of a content platform, I'm also allowed to redistribute it. We find an open education declaration, which is really quite interesting if you are in this area. And then also the first big university started with open courses. This is from Stanford, MIT, and the other big names in the United States university system. But it continued also with the Khan Academy, which you maybe also know, which provides a lot of open courses. Is a big difference to these kind of open courses. These open courses are presented by professors. So the quality management is done by the professors of the universities. On this platform, it's a little bit similar to Wikipedia. On this platform, it's about the feedback loop. So if people like the content, then they can rate for the content and these kind of things. So it's more open. So you can also go there and consume the content, but you also can create content and share the content on this platform. And it's one of I would say one of the leading education platforms worldwide at the moment. And we can continue that. This is more focused on schools. We have peer-to-peer. So, and the numbers for India are very similar. It's amazing. The landline and the broadband internet connection that dropped in the last year. It dropped because people are switching to mobile connections and mobile internet connections. So these are amazing figures for the whole world and also for India. And so just imagine if you build on free Wi-Fi's all over the country, and maybe wouldn't that be a great dream if your government would be able to negotiate with the mobile providers that you get free mobile data usage for Wikipedia, for state official websites, and for state open education. Move to my last slide. So on the one side, I highly recommend to think about what could be the one legal license system for education. So is it a Creative Commons system, or do you develop one for India? So, but to make a decision and say we are using that kind of license system, because then you can mix and remix the content. If you use different license systems, then it gets complicated, because often you do not know if license systems are compatible. So I would really recommend to decide for one. The second thing is to stimulate open courses. That means that you make incentives for universities and schools that they produce open courses. So that they are fostered, so that they get maybe more research money, more teaching money, whatever. But so that you provide incentives for universities to create open content. And also to invest not in closed content, to invest money in open, reusable content. And also to create platforms like Wikipedia where you can share the content in India. Because India is big enough that you can create your own platforms. You are not dependent on platforms from the United States or from Europe. And this is a little dream which we discussed before this talk. Just imagine if you build up one open distance state university. You just need one. And they produce online courses, open online courses and assignments. So then you could reach, because with your traditional form of classroom teaching, as you mentioned before, you will not reach 1.2 billion people. Therefore, with the help of technology, and you are so well, because you have the knowledge, as you mentioned it, you have the knowledge in the country. So if you combine technology and the knowledge in the country, you could be also not only the biggest democracy in the world, you could be also the leading country or the biggest country in the education of the world. And another dream where you could export it to Africa. Because Europe is not very successful in Africa. Africa, China is successful in Africa, so I would prefer that India is successful in Africa so that you can export the democracy model and maybe also a very successful education model for which you develop in your country, also for other countries. Thank you very much to have the opportunity to speak about that.